So in this video, we're going to be looking at the vray renderer for 3ds Max, probably one of the most popular renderers when it comes to visual effects and also game design. Just a really great renderer. So basically, you need to enable the vray renderer. So if you go to rendering right at the top and you go to render setup, and then on the common tab, if you go down all the way and you click on assign renderer, and next to production, click on those little dots. And then you're going to select vray advanced and then the version number. I'm using 3.0003. Click on OK, and then you will have selected your vray renderer as your production renderer. Okay, just some basic settings. If you scroll up all the way, so under output size, we will probably use HDTV most of the time. That's your normal 1920 by 1080 resolution. If you go right to the top, your time output, this is where you select if you want to render a single frame or active time segment, which will render your whole timeline from 0 to 100 or whatever your length of the animation is. And you can also select range if you only want to render a certain range of frames. So let's say we want to render from frame 50 to frame 60 maybe, you'll select range. But for now, let's just keep it on single. And then if you go to the vray tab at the top, this is where you'll find all the vray settings. And we're not really going to get into this for the most of the lecture. We're just going to leave all these settings default for now. And if you click on GI, that stands for global illumination. This is where you will enable global illumination. And if you click on basic, you can also get to some of the other settings like ambient occlusion, etc. We'll get into that a little bit later, but just a quick thing on global illumination. That's basically a more realistic way of rendering light sources and light bouncing. Obviously, if you enable this, your renders will look better, but your renders will take longer to actually render out. Let me quickly show you how the renderer actually works. So let's just create a quick floor and let's create a box. And I'm going to create a light. So I'm going to click the little light icon here at the top. And I'm going to go down to my vray lights and I'm going to click vray light. And I'm just going to draw out a light and I'm going to move that up so it actually shines on my scene, something like that. And now if I go to rendering and click on render, it will actually render that scene with global illumination on as well. So you can see it's doing some global illumination passes, pre-pass 4 of 4, and then it will actually start rendering the image. There we go. And as you can see, it's looking quite good. Some nice shadows going on here, some nice light reflecting on the side of this box, and the shadow quality is not that high, but we'll get into some of those details a bit later on. But I just want to quickly show you how the renderer works, very basic stuff. So yeah, that's the vray renderer, and I'll see you in the next video.